The following podcast contains real reviews and the ridiculous reactions of two would-be oracles of the internet. The opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Seriously.
Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I am Matt.
And this is ReviewParty.com. We got reviews, we got funnies, we got Brent and Matt, we got Incredible Hulk controllers. Come hang out, man. It's pretty cool.
The water's just nice. Just real nice, real fine.
Dip your little toesies in there. We'll read some memey, internet-y reviewsies. And then we'll have a laugh together. You know, After a particularly outstanding guffaw, we like to clink our glasses together and say,
Ah. That was lovely.
We like when the grease rises up. Anyway, you started last time. I'll start this one.
Get it.
As the good Lord intended.
Mm-hmm.
This is for an air fryer from Amazon, the Ninja AF101 air fryer that crisps, roasts, reheats, and dehydrates for quick, easy meals, 4-quart capacity, high gloss finish, gray. This would have been a super relevant and trendy review about 7 years ago at this point, I'm pretty sure. Janice Tomasone titles their review, Fantastic Cooking Appliance. They write, well, I decided to buy this just hoping to cut down on using the darn oven all the time.
Oh, yeah.
It's excellent. It seems to be made well, super easy to clean, so convenient. If you are hesitating to try an air fryer, do not. You will love it. The only little downside is it holds food for like 1 to 2 people. So if you have more than that, you'll have to load it a couple of times for the whole family. Cooks frozen food in a flash and won't be soggy like the microwave 5 stars.
I tell you what, I've been hesitating.
Mm-hmm.
Just use your oven. Just use...
Yes. I understand. I understand the magic that putting a little fan in a toaster oven can do. I understand. But yes, that is exactly my bone to pick with this is what is wrong with her oven? With that darn oven.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I know some people, I don't want to, when it's summer, I don't want to use the oven. I know not everybody has the whole house AC and stuff like that, but people forget how effective a fan is, too.
Yeah.
Ceiling, box, as long as your air is moving in your house, it's not going to be uncomfortable.
No, I'm very sensitive to heat. I'm a big, sweaty boy. And I think even if I wasn't big, if I lost 150 pounds, I'd still be sweating. It's just in my blood. I'm built for the harsh winters, not the warm. But I'd be cooking. You know what I mean? What's a little sweat in comparison to some delicious nourishment? You know what I mean?
You gotta make 2 trips to get everything air fried. Come on. Throw that stuff in the oven.
I would be pissed catching that first batch laid out chicken tender, bro. Do not give me any first batch chicken tenders. I'm a second batch chicken tender boy. Okay? Which brings me to the next point. There shouldn't be batches. I bet the oven is very big.
Ovens are usually big, yeah.
Ovens are big. That's one of the good things. It's like, I don't know. I'm no historian on culinary arts, but the oven is about the most tried and true cooking device of all time. Free range or not, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You can tell me people in Arizona, pre-air conditioning, weren't cooking some good soup in their oven? Putting the what are they, the Dutch? It's crazy. You can put a Dutch oven in your oven and cook just about anything. Them things. We should get off the air fryer trend and get on the Dutch oven trend.
Seriously. So good.
Them little bad. You put some chicken and some stuff in that thing, make your slow cooker look like make your crock pot look useless. All right, before we start a war with big air fryer, do you have a review?
Yeah, so we're gonna keep along the food train, I guess. I've got Amazon review for the General's Hot Sauce Super 6-pack of sauces. Look at this hot sauce.
Folks, the hot sauce is in grenade-shaped glass containers. I almost think it's got what do you call it? The handle? It's not the pin, but the actual you hold the handle. Mm-hmm. But that just makes me think. It doesn't make me think, ooh, I'm a tough guy pouring hot sauce out of a grenade. It makes me think I'm using one of those Denny's like syrup pourers, which just I don't know. It doesn't give the same manly impression.
Well, it's shocking that you said that because Rosalind Lee has this to say. She titles her review "General's Hot Sauce" and writes, "Favorite things is USA made while supporting our veterans. Variety of flavors are great. Love how it's mostly peppers in the bottle. Not too spicy, but the shock and awe flavor is spicy yet great tasting. Love it all with sour cream. Waiting to taste the maple syrup flavor with chicken and waffles. These hot sauces are definitely going into my purse when we go out to eat. I say it worth the money. The bottles are badass too. My husband loves how manly the bottles are. 5 stars.
There's a lot to unpack there, but let me get this off my chest. I hate people bringing their own condiments to a restaurant.
That alone is uncanny. Yes.
That just you're I don't know. You're going out for you're paying so much for the experience. You really think you know better. You really think like you want more uniformity in your day. I can't go a meal without the hoo-wah jalapeno on my meal.
The chef, they designed this menu special for people to come and try. Like, well, I can't eat anything without my hot sauce.
And you go someplace and ask for hot sauce, they're going to supply you with a hot sauce that they've curated. Whether, not by some scientist, but I know my favorite Mexican restaurant is rockin' the Cholula.
Cholula? Mm-hmm.
They got the Reggie and the spicy. They got plenty.
Sometimes Tapatio be walking down. Hey, Tapatio.
I love that little guy looking at me. I'm big on the El Yucateco myself. If a restaurant got that, I'm going.
Some languages. But yeah, it's one thing to just bring in your own stuff. But when you go into even if it's just Denny's, and you pull out a grenade-shaped object.
Oh, you're so... How did I not even think about that? Grunt green, that's just grenade colored.
Yeah, it's grenade green.
Yeah, this is a lawsuit waiting to happen. Veteran made, and it's going to torture a veteran. Some poor veteran's going to see that shit and fucking punch the crap out of whoever's whipping that out of their purse.
Everybody get down!
Yeah, that is my favorite gun-shaped hot sauce. Let me bring this about town.
Everywhere.
Should we move on to the Maple Mayhem situation here?
Sure, yeah.
Maybe there's not too much to say, but one of the sauces that was alluded to was the Maple Mayhem. It's 3 stars on the spicy scale, more than the hoo-ah jalapeno.
Whoa.
But it can't be for pancakes, can it? It's for your sausage when you want that maple-y accoutrement, right?
I don't know. Or you glaze up, yeah. They got chicken wings here. Holy cow! Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Now you got me wanting to buy
I'm
some.
on their page. They got some good copy. maple glazed salmon, chicken and waffles, grilled Brussels sprouts, caramelized pork chops. Yeah, this isn't just for your everyday pancake action.
So, I bet. It's too expensive to use hot sauce as marinade. It's just a volume thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that maple mayhem marinating some pork chops,
Ooh.
that would be crazy. All right. I'm sold. This review succeeded.
I did actually buy these for my dad last Christmas. I was like, or maybe it was for his birthday. I can't remember which. He's one of those December birthdays. Like, dang, what am I doing? Veteran owned. That sounds good. We like hot sauce too. So, hey, why don't we do it? They've been pretty good. I got one other review. It's short. This is from AFR. Title their review, Tastes Great. And right, my grandson loves this. His favorite snack, 5 stars.
Granddad, I'm hungry. Knock back some of this, kid. It's hurting.
You love it.
Why does this juice burning? Okay. From grenades on to some guerrilla warfare here. I have a review from rateyourmusic.com for the Gorillaz 2001 self-titled album, Gorillaz. I don't know. I don't have to say anything about the Gorillaz, do I?
No, I don't think so.
Nah. They're banned by the guy who sang that one song. This one's not particularly funny. I just think it's just a really interesting perspective. Rate Your Music has a lot of people that getting out of their comfort zone, and it's just interesting to see their, like, this person's perspective on this music I have such a relationship with.
Yeah.
OG Certified Person, they have a cute little raccoon as their profile picture. They write, I kind of avoided this band growing up because the hardcore fan base was really annoying and I had other interests, but I was always kind of curious what I would think. Since someone recommended it, I figured it would be interesting to give a try. As far as debuts go for a new group made up of experienced musicians, this one certainly is exactly how you do it. The album definitely is dripping in style, and it manages to really maintain that vibe across a pretty good variety of songs. On my first listen, it was easy to miss that many of the tracks aren't actually all that great on their own, because they work together well enough to elevate the album to above the sum of its parts. A lot of the songs are really cool, though. One of my favorites was 5-4, which has a beat that sort of reminds me of a good Nine Inch Nails backing track, but very distinct vocals. Though, interestingly enough, his vocals on the next track, Tomorrow Comes Today, actually do sound quite a bit like Trent. Not to go on about this sounds like, but the opener tonally reminds me of Beck's Odelay as well, which was kind of interesting, even though it didn't grab me very much. Another highlight was Latin Simone, which manages to blend their trip-hop kind of sound with Spanish styles that I really enjoy. The closer, ignoring the remixes, M1A1 also gets pretty awesome once it gets going, though I wish that part lasted a bit longer. And generally, I think it's a cool sound. The mix of trip-hop, rap, British punk rock, and such gives it a pretty distinct flair. Even if some of it feels dated today, mainly all the record scratch sound effects, though the raps can be kind of cheesy too. A lot of the songs are forgettable on their own, but still manage to work well as a whole, and the highlights are pretty great. The variety of style makes this one a cool listen. 7 out of 10.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I wish, like, there are terms from my band days that sometimes, what's the fermata,
the clamato, the tomato.
All the different, like, I know some music terms. I don't know lots of music terms, and I wish I were a bit more educated on what this thing that's happening here in the song right now I really like. So,
yeah.
Is there a song 5-4, or were they legitimately talking about the time signature of...
I believe the song is named after the time signature.
Okay. Is it in the time signatures then? Because if so, that's like, wow.
I could look it up, but I bet it is.
I bet it is. That's cool.
They said it sounded weird.
And I like that. 5/4 is weird. But yeah, the whole vibe of listening to an entire album,
Lost art, right?
Yeah. And I do love when albums work well as just a big package.
Yeah, when that, when the opener doesn't make the playlist, but you still listen to it when you're sitting down and listening to the whole album, that's the sign of a good album, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, this ain't my favorite song, but I couldn't skip this track. What are you, are you crazy?
Once you get into it, like, oh yeah, there's some stuff in here I like.
Yeah, and albums are so much about getting you in the mood to enjoy stuff you wouldn't really otherwise.
Cigarettes After Sex just dropped an album earlier this month. Vibes with capital every letter. It's like dark summer. It's midnight. It probably goes along with the name Cigarettes After Sex. Just dark and warm and ooh, wow, this makes me feel super vibey.
I always think about hip hop sketches, like the sketches on hip hop albums, and whether or not they're annoying or there should be like sketchless versions. But it's very like case by case basis. I really think like Wu-Tang Clan kind of fucked around and like made everyone too into it for a while because there's a really good. But yeah, just to speak to an album doing its thing and getting you into a headspace. MF Doom, shout outs to the real one. That bro every album has those little sprinklings of things to not tell a story, but feel like you're in a story almost.
My boys, my punk emo boys, whatever you want to call them, my chem, they like have songs that literally, if you're listening on a record or the CD streaming, you can kind of get it, but the songs literally bleed into each other at least one time an album. And I was like, wow, that song just, where was the transition? Oh no, they just held that note from the end of that song and it was the first note on the next song.
Yep.
And suddenly there's new music and I'm like, in this story.
It really takes you on the journey, the little touches like that.
Yeah.
As long as we're recommending albums, Queens of the Stone Age Songs for the Death, that album has so many cool transitions between the songs that like, sometimes music streaming services don't know where to cut between them. I literally think it might be like one big track. And there's so many bangers. It's crazy. That album is like, how's there so many delicious, vibey, pulpy transitions that go from like hardcore fast metal banger to hardcore fast metal, like you just get lost in it. So yeah, I don't know. Go out and listen to some good music, I guess, is the point of this review. I think we got to take a break. I don't know about you, man.
Let's take a quick early break.
Yeah, listen to some albums. We're going to go listen to some discographies. We'll be back with more comedy.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt. Hello and welcome back from the break. I got a Brent segment for you this week.
Oh?
And you would have guessed it. There's pretty much like a 50-50 chance of this one being it at this point. We got ourselves a steaming pile of reviews.
Nice.
Steam Pile of Reviews is the segment where we go on Steam, we get Steam reviews for a game, and then we read them to you. You might say, how's that different from the rest of the podcast? It kind of isn't, but our podcast is great, so you're welcome.
More of the same.
Eat up. All right. The steaming pile of reviews this week is from a mound, so-called Balatro. I've heard people accidentally call it Baltero.
Okay.
I think Balatro is Balatero. I don't. But have you ever heard of this game?
I don't know that I have.
A Balatro is, I think, most simply told, the perfect blend of a roguelike and poker.
Ooh.
Roguelike being the type of game where, like Binding of Isaac, I think is a pretty popular example.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sort of like, it feels like an old arcade game where you like just go on a run, quote unquote run, and get as far into the game as you can, and then you die and start over. But usually each run you kind of level up a little bit. That makes it a roguelite. If it's a roguelike, then you kind of suck every time you start. It's a roguelite. You get to have the little powers. Anyway, that's a longer explanation than I wanted. So it's basically, it's the basis of poker, but there's a bunch of crazy rules that makes each game very different and weird and crazy.
Okay. I saw the Jokers. They look scary.
Yeah, there's different Jokers that are sort of like different passives, I guess, that change the game or something.
Whoa.
Yeah, it looks crazy. But let's take it from these steamers here. Anime Terrorist writes, quote, if poker is so good, why isn't there Poker 2? Balatro. Recommended. Ava simply writes, God, I wish gambling was real. This week I got all recommendeds, by the way, so I won't include that. Kesharu, same sort of feeling. They write, keep gambling. Ruglord writes, it's like the addiction of poker with none of the social stigma nor human interaction. Perfect for the terminally online who are destined to die alone.
Oh, no.
Are you a poker guy?
I can't say I am now.
Yeah, me neither, really. My mom was like into poker for a while.
Proper card games tend to get lost on me. Blackjack, sure, I'm there for it.
Sure.
Kings in the corner, whatever. War, yeah, I'll play. Hearts and stuff, spades, maybe. I might need rummy every now and then. Gin, rummy. But poker? What?
I come from a gambling, card-playing family. All my family get-together nights were the kids in the dark den playing Super Nintendo and the adults getting hammered and playing Pinochle and Shit on Your Neighbor and other weird euchre.
Oh, geez.
God forbid someone ever tries to explain the rules of euchre to me, dude.
No thanks.
Get out of here. Mr. Warm writes, what do you get when you combine Let's Go Gambling with a greatly reduced rate of, aw, dang it, you get Peak. That's what.
That does sound nice.
Man, why didn't they think about that when they made casinos? They could have had a good thing going.
Oof, it's a blast when you win. I would pay to win.
Man, I gotta tell you about these Hoyoverse games. Anyway, Azzy simply writes, number go up. Recommended. Miyabi writes, almost 40 hours of play, certified 38.2 hours at time of review, and I still haven't won a single run. Well, it's still the best poker roguelike game I've ever played. I will give it an 8.25 out of 10.
Got a whole backlog of poker roguelites.
Yeah. I mean, once you hear poker roguelike, it almost intrinsically makes sense, or doesn't it? Like, oh yeah, that sounds like a thing a gamer would be into. Some guy, like some computer science major who's in your history class for some reason, who like yaps to the professor after class every day. Be really into poker roguelikes. The type of dude who picks up smoking cigarettes so he can stand out and smoke with the philosophy professors.
God, no.
It's too real. Muppets from Space writes, I like to sit at my computer and play this game and pretend I'm an old grandma playing solitaire.
You could just play solitaire, though, too. That's an option.
But I think Granny gets a rush from solitaire in the way they get a rush from Balatro,
okay.
you know?
Those people who play chess online, too, that
scare you?
It scares me a bit.
You don't want to know your elo in chess, dude?
They just take it way too seriously. Anyone who does that,
I think you have to.
The moment yeah, exactly. You have to. Knowing that somebody takes something extremely seriously when they bring it up, you're like, oh, I can already feel the little flames licking my butt cheeks because I'm gonna get burned.
How do I navigate this conversation that like it's almost painful how little I give a shit about the topic? Without offending someone. There was one League of Legends pro player who's like, his name's Tyler One. He's like the biggest, he's like 5'2", gym rat guy, the typical gamer jock.
Okay.
Like, I gotta be the best at everything in my life. I can't do sports because I'm dumb idiot, but I can drink protein shake and go to gym and win a video game. But he got into online chess and his elo was climbing, and it kind of got me going like, man, if he can do it, maybe I should prove I'm not dumb online.
I could dunk on some kids, sure.
Yeah, sure. I can't beat that guy at League of Legends, but I think I could beat that dumbass at chess if I practice. Tarnished Beavis writes, silence, Royal Flush. High card is talking. 272 hours on record there, by the way. See if any of these other reviews have crackhead hours. Everyone's pushing 100.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, 20 hours is the low end here. I really want to get this game on a Steam Deck and show my mom. Bring her into the gamer world. I think I can do it. Needless writes, can't wait for the real money update. And we'll finish out with LOL. They write, it's like solitaire, but if it was on a cocaine binge and it had a gambling addiction.
It sounds interesting.
I don't know. I feel so mesmerized by the lovely music and the funny colors and sound effects when I watched.
Yeah, that might get me.
It's one of those games where I see the vast ocean of fun before me, and instead of being excited, I'm intimidated. Yeah. I'm intimidated by its implications.
Yeah, I kind of feel like golf story, sports story. They're like sport RPG games. Mm-hmm. Like, your weapon, you swing your golf club, but also there's golf mini games and other sport mini games in this little RPG. It looks fantastic, but I'm doing enough.
There's too much good stuff out there. There's so many good games begging for hundreds of your hours, and people just boot up fucking Fortnite every day, dude. I can't believe it. Not to get off topic, that was Balatro, by the way. I think that's the way you say it, actually. I said it right one time. Balatro, thank you. Do you have a review?
I do. I have a Letterboxd review. Ooh, that means it's about a movie. Ooh. This is a review of Twister, the 1996 original classic, not the one with Glenn Powell and his teeth. I don't know. Maybe that's good. Maybe he's a good actor. I don't know. I started watching that Hitman movie and it was just awful.
It's got to be better than Billy Pax, man.
To that note, here's a review from Cinema Toast Crud. Cinema Toast Crud writes, Toronto had an absolute storm vibes going on, so had to go to Tony's and watch this since my power was out. I would literally do anything to enter, quote, the suck zone with Philip Seymour Hoffman, the greatest to ever do it. Pitch perfect performance as Dusty, even though the sound mix is so bad it sounds like they are calling him Ducky for 90% of the film. Also, just immaculate drip. Bill Paxton is so bad that it's good in this film. Every line delivery and look is the worst possible acting choice. Helen Hunt is good, but acting way too hard for what this film is. Incredible that they had the resources to build infinite Dorothys, but no one thought about building a remote or better structure to launch these into a twister. Truly genius amount of Pepsi product placement. Thank you, Pepsi, for your outstanding achievements in science and for allowing me to connect with my dead dad. A truly magical twisting of pure stupidity and cheesiness make this a perfect film. Also, it's clearly an allegory for getting head from your ex. 5 stars.
Oh, okay. Whoa! Sorry, I was looking at images of Philip Seymour Hoffman to see the vibe. Fucking the guy from Ferris Bueller's in this shit, dude.
Oh, he is? Yeah.
Yeah. He has a girl's name. What is it?
Cameron. Yeah.
Cameron, yeah. I love that guy. Now I really want to watch Twister.
Yeah, he's pretty good in it.
I bet. Everyone's it's so funny that they have all these awesome actors. And then, yeah, Billy Pax on full B-movie mode.
Really? Oh, God, it's Jonas. He's going right towards the twist.
Billy Paxton's acting is, I keep saying, his name's Bill Paxton, I know. I've said it wrong so many times, I'm just saying it wrong on accident. Billy P. His, I don't know how he's made it in Hollywood, man. He's like The Room caliber acting. Don't do it to me, Rachel. But let me send you these pictures of Philip Seymour Hoffman. We've been doing a lot of picture sharing in these episodes.
Drip.
Dusty Drip. Not only that, I think Philip Seymour Hoffman played me in this movie. How evocative of those vibes of your boy Brent is that?
Yeah. So, I mean, the patterns, the hat, the ever-present hat, the goggles, that's a look.
Yeah. Yeah, and in our time away from each other, Matt, I've become an ever-present a hat in public wearer.
Oh, okay.
As all men do sometime in their 30s.
And the food.
The food
picture. We want food. This is a total cheese ball.
I think this review has sort of changed my view of this movie. I cannot help but think that everyone in this movie is having a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just infectious.
And Bill Paxton is acting his heart out.
Let me send you a picture of Bill Paxton next to his female co-star there.
Well, okay. Our friend Cinnamon Toast Crud said every look was the wrong, every delivery and look was the wrong choice. Billy got a good look right there.
Okay, we found the frame.
We found one still.
What struck me about it was just how much more attractive his co-star is than him.
Oh, Helen. Yeah.
Helen, yeah. I mean, I am a straight man. I would never look on Bill Paxton with those desires, but I'm comfortable enough with myself to know an attractive man from an unattractive one.
That's true.
And I'm sure Billy's got his fans, but Helen.
Whew.
Woo!
That white shirt, Helen.
What are you doing?
Watch out for twisters. That sounds worse than I meant it. I just meant because it could rain on you. You're in a white shirt.
Well, I guess in this movie, it's all about the suck, actually.
Yeah. I hadn't interpreted it that way, but maybe it's time for a rewatch.
It has to put a colorful veil over the entire movie, keeping that allegory in mind. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I think that about covers the twister.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good review. Thanks. Thank you. I've got some reviews I could. What?
I just went to Cinnamon Toast Crud's Letterboxd profile and saw his profile picture. I think my man's would be good for a hang. I'd watch a movie with him.
Let me see. Whoa. Looks like what's that dude? Friend of the show. We read his Yelp reviews. His name Tyler.
TJ.
TJ.
Right? TJ. Right? Am I right?
That's TJ actor.
Miller, right?
TJ Miller.
Yeah.
He looks like if TJ Miller was a real guy. Was an actual person, not a Hollywood dude.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a couple reviews here. I wanted to take a trip back to a place we love so much, Japan. But usually Yelp Japan is the tradition, yata. But I thought I'd get spicy with TripAdvisor, and boy, are all TripAdvisor's reviews boring. So I did find one I'll give a whirl before we move to the superior Yelp land. Sorry, these are TripAdvisor reviews for Yoyogi Park in Tokyo, Japan. G-Day titles it Underwhelmed. We are underwhelmed by this park. We walked from near Shibuya Station, where we were staying. A mistake, as the train would have been a lot easier. A very large grassed area and plenty of trees, an excuse for fountains and very little else. It seems the weekends are a little livelier, 3 stars.
Weekends are lively everywhere. Have you been outside? Most people don't work.
It's just the total opposite strategy and perspective I had in Japan. I worked on Saturdays, which I was like, it's a blessing because I would not go anywhere in this damn city on a Saturday. It's just nuts out there. I want to go to the dead Yoyogi and just chill by the fountain. Not lively Saturday. I'm not chasing the liveliness.
No.
But let's get away from fucking G-Dunk 69 or whatever his name is. Evil. And get this Yelp review for Yoyogi Park in Harajuku, Japan. And let's listen to what Raya M. Yelp Elite has to say. I would personally say you could skip this part of your itinerary. We came during cherry blossom season, and we didn't see any cherry blossoms here. There honestly wasn't much to see at all. It's not awful, but it was definitely disappointing. I definitely recommend spending your time seeing other garden/park/major landmarks 2 stars.
Okay, right. I need to remind myself that this is just a review of a very specific place.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible that there might not have been much to see in that one specific place.
Mm-hmm.
But come on. Nothing?
It's Yoyogi Park is humongous, brother. Let me tell you that. It is Central Park-esque for sure.
Okay, wow. There's got to be something. I mean, year-round, I'm sure there's something to see.
There is an entire, I believe, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Buddhist temples.
Okay, that's cool. That's stuff to see.
Yeah, it's stuff.
I was going to say, year-round, there's got to be something popping up. Some lights, some little, I don't know, installations of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Special plants here, special plant there. Come on.
Yeah, what I mean, maybe this is a nerdy, elitist thing to take. But let me just ask you then, what's special about cherry blossoms?
Oh, I saw people post pictures online. That's what's special.
Yeah, that's, I think, what Raya thought. These are some good pictures I could take online. Cherry blossoms are special because they die instantly.
Okay.
They do not last, right? It's very symbolic that their beauty is literally fleeting. Yes. So, depending on the climate, especially as the world turns into a ball of fire, when that fleeting moment happens is very specific, but very available information. So I just gotta say, you played yourself,
Yeah, schedule your trip for the beginning of cherry blossom season.
Yeah.
/ cherry blossom 2 weeks, if that.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it is literally just about that. And it even depends, region to region, park
Yeah.
to park. But I do love Yoyogi Park, and I know exactly what I can show you to make you love Yoyogi Park too, Matt, before we move on to the next review. Every Saturday, it had to be on Sundays. Maybe it's all weekend, but definitely Sundays, because that's when I would have been visiting. There are a collective of fans of the rockabilly movement that gather in Yoyogi Park and hang out and dance to music and dress like this. I'm sending it right over, Matt.
Oh my God. Yes. This looks insane. I've never seen a pompadour so high and curvaceous.
Right, it really is wildly impressive. It makes the 50s dance days in elementary school look like a joke, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, let me show you that particular pomp from the front. Looks like we got a nice capture. It's a sight to behold.
Oh, man. I'm there. I am there.
Yeah, if you want to look at these rockabilly fellas that we're talking about, contemporarynomad.com, they have a blog post called The Rockabillys of Yoyogi Park. Talks a lot about them. But yeah, imagine going through the most, Yoyogi's already weird because you get off the train and you look and it's Harajuku, the fashion street with all sorts of weird, crazy fashion. And then on the other side is Yoyogi Park, a pocket of beautiful nature in the middle of Tokyo. So, I'm walking with my friends through the park. There's lots of other friends walking around, and boom, come up upon the rockabilly dudes, dude. Yeah, they're just a joy. It's just a joy to see them. But do you got a review?
Yeah, this is unplanned, but when I was on Cinnamon Toast Crud's profile, looking at his TJ Miller-like face, I saw that he also reviewed Twisters 2024.
Hey.
So let's just go with it. I haven't pre-read this. I sort of scanned ever so slightly, but we're gonna go on faith, and who knows what we'll have to say. Maybe we won't even laugh. I don't know. Maybe that first review was just a total fluke. But here goes Cinnamon Toast Crud's review of Twisters. He writes, "A completely fine sequel. Just fine. Took an edible, hit my 4DX chair, and floated off into the breeze. The first Twister is not a good movie, but it's so bad and fucking funny it makes it phenomenal. This movie just isn't funny enough to compete. Its pathos is so fucking corny and cheesy." And Lee Isaac Chung gets some hilarious moments by just holding on a person far after the scene is done as we just watch them vamp. The film also tries to correct a mistake made in the first movie by making the character actors very important. But that could only sustain that for half the movie. If Daisy Edgar Jones is playing someone from Oklahoma who is trying to mask her accent with a New York City accent, then she's brilliant. If she's trying to do an Oklahoma accent, well, then it's dog emoji, poop emoji. Glenn Powell is 50% hilarious and 50% insufferable. That's my take. Certainly not the take of the mother behind me who was humming and squealing at all his moments. That lady was wetter than the rest of us who were literally getting rained on. So I guess you were winning this battle, Hollywood. Finally, I'd just like to say, all caps and bold, what the fuck is Paul Scheer doing in this movie? LOL. 3 stars.
Thank you, Chud. Of all the wonderful self-explanatory moments from that review, hearing the director's name, Googling it, and realizing who they are is breakneck. Lee Isaac Chung. Many movies I don't recognize personally. I think I should. I don't know. Twister seems pretty bad. Maybe he ruined everything. But it's the dude who did Minari. That movie about the Korean immigrant family starting a farm in the 80s in Arkansas. That looks like an amazing, quiet, thoughtful movie.
98% on Rotten Tomatoes movie.
And they got the dude who did that to do Twister?
How are you like a loud sort of summer movie?
Wow. That is whiplash, one project to another like I've never seen.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for breaking it down for us, Mr. Chud. Excellent reviews.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro.
Man, I can't. He went in with the right mindset, and hey,
Yeah.
you came to reviewparty.com with the right mindset because you made it to the end of the episode, real one. Congratulations.
Nice.
You've left baby status and entered full real one status again. The transformation must be difficult, like a butterfly reversing into a caterpillar and back to a butterfly. But thank you for going through that. We got new episodes every Tuesday, Reviews Day, if you want some more metaphysical transformations. If you'd like to be a part of the show, you can send in an absurd review for us to laugh at. Please send an email with a hyperlink to the review to reviewparty.com@gmail.com. Include your name so we can give you credit.
If you want to reach out to us some other way, bro, we're on social media at reviewparty.com on Instagram and TikTok. Stuff's getting posted there. We're slapping it up there. Hey, yeah, get a lick of this. We're also on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, at reviewpartypod. We got our own letterbox where maybe we're reviewing things too. If you think we're funny here, maybe we're funny there. Just search for Review Party. You can do the same thing on YouTube. Just whatever way you like to consume this stuff. If you're like, boy, this was funny. I don't know if I have an hour, but I do like to open up YouTube sometimes. Well, guess what? You can see our stuff there, friend. You can also see a lot of our stuff on our website, reviewparty.com. It's got Blue. It's got Blog. It's got Shop. It's got all the ways to listen. It's got a little ninja game that if you're really cool, you'll find.
You better. Go juice those clicks is what we're trying to say. Wherever it might be juiciest for you. I have a review to... Oh, no, wait. Very important boys to talk about. Nosebleeds. They were cool enough to let us use their jam bread for breakfast throughout the episode. Very cool dudes who make cool music. Thank you, fellas. Nosebleeds, one word. Check them out on Spotify. Oh yeah, this is what I was gonna do before I just learned that's not what I'm supposed to do. Amazon review for door hinges, 4 interior doors, 6-pack, 3.5 inch by 3.5 inch, rounded 5/8 inch radius, steel doors, hinge, oil rub, bronze, fits standard doors, design house, 189571.
Oh, let's go.
It's a hinge. M titles their review, Replace Painted Hinges. They write, some people love to paint, but do not take the time to protect the surfaces that do not require paint. Such was my case. So instead of complaining, I chose to replace. After all, I am the one looking at these. They are clean and sturdy and grade 5 stars.
You could have taken the paint off of the hinges, though.
Or you could have told your landlord to quit being such a lazy bum.
Either way, yeah.